What's going on, guys? It's Nick Wright from NWB. Now, check it out. Barbell rows, bent over barbell rows, one of my favorite back building exercises. And every now and then you see somebody doing them with an underhand grip versus the standard overhand grip. Now the reason for this is it really allows you to crank all the way back and hit what a lot of people call those lower lats. Well, realistically, all you're doing is targeting your latissimus dorsis, period. But what a lot of people mean by lower or get confused about by saying lower lats is it really allows you to activate the entire muscle top to bottom. So it's a great variation. It gives you a full range of motion, amazing contraction. So it's an excellent exercise to incorporate for building up a big, wide, thick back. However, one of the biggest issues people run into, especially upon beginning this exercise, is they feel a lot of it in their biceps. So the big question is, how do I do this exercise without feeling it in my biceps, without overtraining my biceps? Because you certainly don't want to be working your biceps, or at least focusing on your biceps when you're trying to target your back. Your back's a much bigger muscle, so it's going to require a lot more weight, which is going to put your biceps at a lot more risk for injury or just tearing in general if they're being used too much to lift the weight. So there's a good way to make sure that you're not going to use your biceps and you're completely isolating your back. Alright, so the best way to ensure that you're not going to use your arms when doing the reverse grip rows is to picture your arm almost being like a crane, if you will. When you look at the arm of a crane, it's only the metal arm part of it that's actually doing all the moving, whereas the cable part that's carrying the weight doesn't move at all. So when the arm of a crane lifts the weight up, the cable just hangs there straight up and down. And that's what you need to look at your forearm as, literally just the cable hanging off of the crane. So when you go to drive your elbows back and upward, your forearm, aka the cable, is not going to be able to move forward or backwards with your arm at all. It's just going to stay hanging dead weight, complete gravity. Let your upper arm do all the moving. The second part you want to focus on is not bringing the bar up to your stomach, because psychologically that makes you want to curl it inward more. Instead, focus on, again, your forearm being dead weight, just driving your elbows up to the ceiling. Just drive them straight up to the ceiling and try touching them behind you. It's physically impossible, but it's going to help you make sure your form stays tight. Keeping your elbows locked in towards your side, not flaring outward. Just driving straight up and down and contracting your back all the way. So again, gripping the weight, keep your grip nice and neutral. The more you try to curl it and death grip it, the more you're going to twist your wrists inward and end up using your arms indirectly. So keep it nice and loose. Dead weight, again, just drive your elbows up towards the ceiling and back. And you guys can check out the other video right up top here if you want to learn more about the actual stance and form of the barbell rows. But now that we've already seen that video, that's how you switch it into the reverse grip row and get a full contraction.